Hi everyone, today I'm in a bit of a different spot today, and today I'm going to show you how to fold this Origami BATTLE Axe. This is a dual color model again, and yeah, I really love how the color of the blade is different from the handle, and I think it's really cool. So with that being said, grab some paper and let's get folding. Alright, so for a model this size, I'm going to use a 6-inch square, but I would recommend using foil for this, but just for clarity, I'm just going to use some flat gray paper. This model is easy medium level complexity, so it's not too hard. Alright, so for an axe with a white rod and colored blades, we're going to start white side up, and let's valley fold diagonally in half. Now let's unfold, rotate, and repeat. Alright, now we're going to fold this edge up to this crease. But we're only going to make a pinch just here. Alright, let's unfold. And then now let's make a pinch from this point to this point. Unfold, and one more from this point to this point. And one more time from this point to this point. Alright, now we're going to make a fold that starts at this point. We're going to valley fold this up, so it should just align with the point at the bottom, and then this should also be centered with this line here. Alright, now let's turn over. And let's valley fold on the main diagonal. Alright, now let's rotate. And we're going to bring this point up to that point. Alright, now let's unfold. And now we're going to fold this edge to the crease that we just made, and we're only going to fold up to this point where the diagonal is. Let's unfold, and then let's do the same on this side. And let's unfold, rotate, and we'll repeat that on this side. Alright, now we're going to fold both at the same time, making a rabbit ear. Same on this side, and then let's hold it like this, and we're going to valley fold in half, like that. And now we have the base for our axe. Alright, now we're going to work on the shape of the blade. So let's start with the right side, and we're going to crimp it in. So you want to mount and fold on this existing crease all the way along. And you want to make sure it comes to a nice point at the top. And we're just going to pivot it in how far? Well, we're going to bring it so that this right here makes a right angle. Not so that it's too out like this or inwards. It's just going to make a perfect 90 degrees like that. Alright, so now we should have this, but if you look inside, we have this excess that's coming over to this side, so let's fix that up. So we're going to hold it like this, and we're just going to reverse fold it in, and we're going to make the line, this new valley fold, line up with this center crease here. Like that, and then on this other end we just want to make sure it lines up with this main one here. Then we should have a little bit peeking out there, so we're just going to reverse fold it again just so that it lines up with this edge and it lies flat and flush. There we go, and then now this should only go up to the center line, and it won't interfere with anything over here. Alright, so this side is good, and then now we're going to do the same here. So turn over, and let's reverse fold up to the line. And let's reverse fold this little tip in. Like that. Alright, now we're just going to repeat the process on this side. So again, we're just going to crimp at a right angle. Alright, and again, we're just going to do the exact same thing that we did here. We're going to reverse fold these two corners in. I'm going to fast forward this part, but it's just reverse fold this so that it lines up with the edge, and then reverse fold in the excess, and then do it again on this side. Alright, and now our model should look like this. Alright, now we're going to thin out these points in the axe because they are rather pointy. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold this edge down to this crease, but we're not going to fold all the way. We're just going to fold up to this corner where the white turns into the colored. Like that. And then that's going to be a guide. So we're going to fold down at this point. And that means we're going to take this raw edge and just fold down to that point. And then the fold is going to end at this point up here. And let's unfold and then mount and fold that in on the existing crease. Alright, and then let's turn over and do the same thing. Just valley fold, aligning it with the one behind. Unfold and mountain fold in. Alright, and now I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. Alright, and now, I guess while we're here, we're just going to open sync this middle bit. So let's open up, and we're just going to push in on the existing creases. And it's going to kind of make like a diamond shape. Alright, now once you have that sort of diamond shape, you just close it up as you would any open sync. Like that. And then just do the same thing on the left side. Alright, so the model should look like this. Alright, now we're going to work on actually narrowing these points. So we're going to valley fold this down. How far? It's going to be so that this edge aligns parallel with this edge down here. So you can just kind of eyeball it. It should be something like that. Then we're going to bring this point over to the right, and this edge should align with this edge, but it's more important that this edge aligns with this edge behind. And then let's take this point and valley fold down. Then we're going to unfold all of this, and these are going to be our pre-creases. So first we're going to crimp it inside. So let's make this a mountain fold, and then valley fold on the other side. And we're just going to crimp it in, and then there should be that crease behind there that's going to form when we crimp it inside. And try to keep a nice point at the tip. Alright. And now this bit might stick out for you, and that's what the last pre-crease was for, so that we can just open it and tuck it inside. And then now the outside here is nice and clean. Alright, now we're just going to do the exact same thing on this side. And again, when we're making this pre-crease aligning with this one, just try and make it as close to this one as possible, just mirroring it. Alright, and now our model should look something like this. Alright, now believe it or not, we are almost done. We're just going to do some last minute touches. Alright, so first off, this end is very open. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold these together just down on these 2 points. Now let's turn over, and we're going to bring this corner up to this point. And then the same on the other side, just kind of like a paper airplane fold. Alright, now you want to take this edge and fold it to the center line, but we're not going to do this all the way because we can't. We're just going to fold up to about here, like that, and then do the same on this side, just folding to the center. Alright, now let's turn over, and let's remake the valley fold in the middle, and try to make it flow back to this flat state, so that we have this little handle. Alright, and there's the handle, and now let's work on the blade. So put your finger inside here, and we're just going to push down here and kind of make a curved fold. This is just going to make the blade stand out a little more. So just use your finger and kind of rock it along this part here, like that. And then we're going to kind of do the same here, but we're just going to do this front layer this time. So just push it, and then make a curved fold, and then just kind of caress your finger over it so that it makes a nice curve. And if there's any glitches in here, like it's kind of crinkly, just make sure it's nice and flat, and then you can refold it like this. You can also just kind of pop it out like that. And let's go to the other side and do the same thing. You can kind of mount and fold it in, just trying to match it with this one behind. Alright, that's one side, and let's finish up the left side. And there we go. There is our Origami Battle Axe. I hope you enjoyed folding this. Have a great rest of your day, and in the meantime, have fun folding. Bye.